Good morning. This is Traders Cafe Live, streaming from Bangalore office. We're on 5th of September. The time is 10:24 a.m. We're trading Nifty Expiry for now. There is a possibility we will switch it to Sensex later in some time. Price action has been a little bit bearish on the Nifty. So I want to be trying to get the Charts up. A lot of people have been asking to review the charts as well. We will try to do that. Slowly trickling down to the yesterday's range, but there has been an upward momentum. From these zones, so it will be pretty interesting how these price action will behave here. The puts are expanding fast. There was a little bit of spike that put us into good amount of red. The position sizing is very less right now because I want to see how this evolves. The 1 hour is bearish, 30 minutes is bearish, and 15 minutes is bearish right now. It will be very interesting on how the expansion will happen. Those who are watching, say hi in the comments. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you're trading today. It would be nice if you can hit that like if you have not done already. Hey Mohit, hey Adi, welcome to the stream. This is the expansion I'm worried about. Yeah. Puts are rapidly expanding. Hey Harish, yes, reluctantly trading Nifty. Nifty is something that I'm not great at trading. The nature of the puts is such that they will expand fast, they will also be fed very fast. So there is adjustments, unnecessary adjustments can also cost us a lot. So at the same time, I do not want to come closer on the upside. The 300 point or 200 point up move last week is a memory that has not faded yet in my mind, so pretty cautious about that. With this premiums, it's very difficult to keep balanced. Hey Naresh, so how did you form the thesis? What else you that it is gonna expire there? Is it a prediction, or is that something you have analyzed based on your own parameters? The overall global sentiment has been pretty bearish in the last couple of days, but we were able to manage fairly well. So the Europe opening could be pretty interesting today, and if we can get out of that, our positions by then, it would be really great. using much of my margin yet. Only 20% deployed. Probably I'll stay there. Go to 50% max. What are you guys trading? Are you trading Nifty or are you trading something else? This is the day I'm gonna put my PNL pretty aggressively. So I do not want to go from 0 to minus 5 lakhs and come back also very fast. I'd rather cut the positions and then re-enter later. I'm gonna put minus 1,50,000. So what that means is I'm willing to give away this 1.5 plus 1.5, 3 lakhs should there be a significant swing towards the bottom. I am okay with the ability to manage an upside. My concern is on the downside. Hey Harish, I share the same view, but like I was mentioning yesterday, we can sometimes really behave in a completely non-correlated way with US, as if there is no US markets or Dow exists. So but looking at the price action, the structure of on the charts, it definitely is indicating bearish, but 280 to 160, that's already 120 points more. Hey Vishal, welcome to the stream. Let's quickly review the PNL chart. Fairly did okay when we built the positions. No drawdown as such. Started building the positions at 9:30 and from there onwards, close to breakeven, and then there was a sudden spike. So momentary drawdown, flip back. Yeah, Vishal, we do trade positional, but not in the accounts I stream. And there are other accounts where positional straddles and strangles calendars run. Um, if there is enough interest for you guys to watch about some of the positional trades we do, we can definitely put a 20-30 minute stream every day to review some of our positions. One of our lead traders was mentioning he actually closed some of the positional trades yesterday because of the bank Nifty expiry, and there may be one or two that are running. We'll try to get some of those reviewed with you later in the day. I think in one of the past streams, we got one of our positional trader, Sachin. We can also have his strategies reviewed with you. Yeah, of course. For strategies, we can do recordings on stock mock and show you how we manage, but we're also happy to show some of those in the live environment. Our goal is pretty simple. We want to show you what we do, not show the stock market strategies and backtest reports and whatnot and say this works. We call this trading enablement, trader enablements. We don't want to misrepresent that as training and all of that. We want to enable traders. That's what we want to do. That's what our trading floor is about. Naresh, my VAR is up to 3%. In intraday. Positional, it could be higher. It could go up to 5%. But we don't deploy strategies at one go. So even though there is a drawdown in the beginning, we typically get out of those within a couple of days, and that includes 500, 600, 700 points gap ups and gap downs in Bank Nifty. Mohit, I don't think there will be a good answer for that. There will be the way that I am trying to do is with Tradeflow, you can rapidly move around strikes. Um, and I am trying to utilize the spikes as opportunities rather than, thinking taking losses. So when you are in, let's say 25,300 is the one that is running, right, at 10 rupees per your example. So if it has to go to 100, I would have the ability to go 6 strikes up from 25050. That is the put at the lowest value. I don't shy away to go sit there so that I can take equal credit. So what that means is I have to click this button once. It goes to 25 150. Once it goes there, I click one more time. But I have a higher strike too. So which I can go to this. So if it is at 50, I am at 50 already on the other side. So this is now what is wanting to concern me. So need to balance this now. Slight quantity. I am now changing my exit to 1 lakh. What that means is I am willing to lose this 2 lakhs plus 1 lakh should a spike happen. That is the other way around. You can exit your positions in the spikes, but that type of exits will have significant slippages, and I have had seen some very, very bad slippages. I think within the social media there is misunderstanding that is happening with the spikes as well as the delta moves. There were a lot of people that were referring to the move that has happened last expiry as a spike. That is not a spike, that is a pure delta move, and that is because of the short covering. When you have spikes, in percentage terms, I have seen this more than 3% and losses also 3-4%. And there are numbers that I do not wish to share because those may sound unrealistic, to be very honest. My typical days, I've been streaming from the last 10 sessions, I believe, on different sizes of accounts, mostly averaging around 5, 7 and above. You can get a fair idea of what I achieve, and that is not a representation of myself. Most of our accounts fall in that zone, typically the traders that we have on our trading floor. And ignore the background noise, guys. There is a little bit of disturbance that can come from now and then, so just ignore it. We will try to find a system where you can cancel the background noises. Hey, thanks, Pradeep. Welcome. If you guys know what to do with this streaming setup, do advise me. We are pretty amateur at that stuff. Hey Pradeep, where are you joining us from? Wow, nice. That's nice to know, Pradeep. It would be nice of you if you can also hit that like button every day. Hey MG Trader, we are at ECT in Bangalore, and we have a branch in Whitefield in Bangalore. We have an office in Surat. We have one in Pune, one in Vizag. Where are you coming from? Probably this is not a put I want to be in. I'm gonna don't want so much credit on the put side. Nice to know, MG. I hope all of you are having a good trading session. For those who joined late, I do this every day. Let me show the PNL chart. It is a nice features of Tradeflow. Slowly creeped up. One spike. Down. That's because of the put expansion. Slowly creeped back up. I am also using this exit PNL function. And Mohit was referring to the spike management, and yeah, I'm okay to get cut off and then re-enter at -1 lakh. That's almost a drawdown of 3 lakhs then. Hey, thanks, Mahendra, for that comment. We're glad it is helping. On the deployed capital, this is almost a percent. And if you have achieved this, I think it's best to exit and move away. See, still pretty bearish on all the time frames. And that is the reason I was trying to reduce the exposure on that 25 150 put. Probably that was not a good addition in the first step. These are the legs I booked already. $350 moved down to 300. I have 250 and 200 on the call side. I have 150 put, which I don't want to be in, honestly. I'm gonna reduce that. Yep. You see, that is what we had to take in as a loss. I just revised my exit PNL to 75k. Hey, thanks for that, Naresh. Yeah, that's an observation that is happening. The puts have spiked a little bit and immediately collapsed in the value. Watching 25,300 call, it has been around 10 since the morning. It has not either gained or lost value. The calls are holding value, which is very interesting. My experience is when that happens, they have a tendency to expand. And that's what's happening right now. Could be an expansion on the calls. There is a wick that is getting formed on a 1 hour time frame. Okay, I'm gonna make my exit PNL to 0 now. And really also change my target PNL to 6 for now. Let's see if the market wants to give us that money or not. Possible spike in the calls. Oh, okay, thanks for that, Naresh. What is he doing? Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna change my exit PL to 30,000. If something happens, I'm at breaking. Calls want to go up. Is my voice not audible well, guys? Can somebody indicate in the chat you can hear me well? Thanks. Thanks, Mohit. So I've never done streaming. This is like a 1 week old thing that I'm trying to do. So you guys should indicate if something is not being done in the right way, so that I can adjust. I have a strong feeling calls might spike, but they say don't trade your feelings, trade what you see. So that's what is stopping me to make that adjustment. But I do want to go away from this for now. Let's see. I'm gonna put my exit PL to 75k now. We can lock in at least the charges. Naresh's prediction is coming out to be true as of now. We have slowly creeped up to 25,200. Let me see the straddle price. Still $70 in there. Yeah, somebody indicated in the chat. A colleague of mine is telling RBI governor is also live. I said chat is telling me the same thing. What's happening with the RBI governor, guys? channel he is on? Are these on?
CNBC.
CNBC Live, Mohit. That one channel I do not want to watch. Calls are losing value. I have closely used 35%, 30% of my margin. On the utilized margin, we are fairly up by 1.3%. All higher time frames, the upburst is getting engulfed now. It could possibly touch the day slow. Mohit, straddles have been very difficult to manage right now. I mean, in the current environment. If you want to do straddles, do probably 1DT or 2DT. That is number one. Or if you go a little bit away, it will be a condor, right? Those setups could help you build the initial buffer of profit to come closer. So really build in your position so that you can allow yourself to add or tranche sizing when you have better premiums in the spikes per se. And right now I don't know how you are managing, but you definitely need the ability to move strikes very very fast. Right now the environment is like that, so it's not only a problem with you, it's a problem with everybody. So I have like so much of data on time-based straddles. We do a lot of research, but it's been not as rewarding as it used to be. But that's our personal analysis, so you don't need to take that advice. I'm just sharing what I know. Alright, we are gonna put our exit PNL to 1,50,000 now. Still willing to give that 3 lakhs away if a spike happen, but we should be able to manage this to our targets. Oh, sorry, I was showing you the wrong screen, guys. I just changed the exit PNL to 1,50,000 now. Sadanandan, I don't know. I'm just prepared for either side, I would say. If you think about last monthly expiry of Nifty, we had spikes both sides. There is a contrasting difference between option spike versus the delta move. So if you are asking about option spikes, I am guessing it could be downside. Calls held a little bit of value since the morning and they just crashed now. Oh yeah, it took me for a toss. I was actually trading Sensex that day morning, and I was telling I will not enter, but I had some profit cushion to work with, and that's what I was willing to lose. But Nifty had other plans for me. But I ended up making 2% that day. Alright, I'm gonna put our PNL to 6.5 now. Still a lot of credit on the call side. But my worry is the concentration of the quantities as well. And the liquidity. If Nifty wants to drop 1.5% in 2 minutes. Yeah, Mohit. Exactly. It's been very interesting how calls are holding the value. Are you all trading Nifty? So, which is the index you like trading most, guys? Same here, Naresh. I like BankX too. Almost same. Alright, so what's happening with our positions? Yes, sir. You're right. Go ahead, Mohit, please. Mohit, waiting for that. Funny thing. What is that about? That is funny. Yeah. And yeah, they serve a completely different audience. We serve, our purpose is different. Uh, the trading Femi. I've never heard of the channel though. Oh, nice, Mohit. I'm sorry, did you mention where you're from? Delhi, yeah. If you come to the south, do visit us. Hey Srinu, yeah, we are not really worried about that is. But yeah, there may be a day it can grow organically. I think that's the best way to grow. We have hit a hard resistance on PNL, so what is happening? Yeah. Yep. C is gaining a little bit of value, but B is not losing value. That's okay. That's been the nature of the decay nowadays. It's a non-linear decay. So there has to be some pain at one time we have to take. We use Jainam as our brokers. We have a lot of accounts in Erode than IFL, others too. Interesting scenario right now. Any buyers out here or only sellers? Yeah, Mohit, I can guess you're a seller for sure if you're using Tradeflow. I mean, I represent Traders Cafe today, and on the stream, there was also an opportunity to actually speak and exchange a conversation, but with YouTube, that's not feasible. Okay, I'm gonna change my exit winner to 2 lakhs now, 2 lakh 25,000, but we're also close to 2 lakh 50 is where I put. Yeah, I have a thing with Twitter. It's a great platform. Right now, there is a lot of chatter that is not creating a productive environment for traders. The dialogue is basically dragging each other's down. And the way that I treat is I am putting my time and you're putting your time, and there has to be some value to use it rather than it's waste of both of our time if we just engage in an unmeaningful conversation. That's my problem with Twitter, but yeah, we'll see. We'll get to there one day. And there is this notion of competency and all of that. We are not competing anybody. So what will happen now when it hits 6.5? The positions will get auto squared off, and we can still try to do 7.5, but with the Nifty and my relationship, that's where I think I'll stop for the day. And probably build some positions for tomorrow off stream for Sensex. And it doesn't want to give that 50k pretty early. And that would mean on the deployed capital it's 2%, but the overall margin I have, it's approximately 0.5%, which is pretty okay. After this drawdown, literally we did not have anything to worry about. Pretty reasonable DK and management of trade, I would say. So guys, we are posting a tweet for an upcoming stream in the afternoon. We will review our positional trades on one of our accounts. If you are into positional, that is something you might want to participate in. we will also introduce our positional trader and let him share our thoughts, his thoughts. While we are dancing around with the movement of these calls and puts, he's having a sip of coffee and smiling at us all the time. That's the positional, guys. Close to target, and that is where we will hit. We have already closed our small accounts that are between 1 to 5 CR, around 1.5% actually. I am the one that has been pretty conservative with Nifty. So that is it. I am done for the day. It's a perfect 6.5. And that's our P&L chart. There is definitely a little bit more money you could have made, but I just feel like this is good for Nifty, considering the last few days we have been mostly green. I think this is 10th day or so that I'm in green, so want to make sure we don't expose ourselves to too much risk. So these are the legs, guys. Mostly all the, except these two that are our hedges, everything is in green. I hope that is visible. And yeah, I think that's our Thursday, and we will come back again later in the day for the positional streaming, and we will catch you then. If you are in good profits, probably a good idea is to consider exiting half and trail the rest. Alright guys, so we will call it a stream. Thanks for joining. I have loved the engagement and participation. We will stream tomorrow on Sensex, and hopefully we can manage Sensex well. Thanks. You have a good rest of your trading session and day. Bye for now. Almost every day. Vishal ji. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.